Hey guys! Today I'm going to teach you the act of talking to yourself. Self-talk has a bad rap because people associate it with being crazy and talking to people who aren't there. But it's actually very healthy. Scientists have found it to be an effective tool in problem solving, memory retention, and emotional control. If you ever want to try streaming, it's also an essential tool to have when starting out when you have zero chatters. Because unless you're doing something actually intense, people expect you to be entertaining, and the silence will turn them away. Of course, when it comes to talking to yourself, time and location are important factors. The biggest reason why people are nervous about talking to themselves is they're worried about getting caught. So finding appropriate places where you can do it in private helps. And don't let a stranger's judgment get you down. Be cringe, be free, or just wait to do it in the comfort of your home. I used to do it all the time when I was a young baby angel. When no one was home, I'd pace around the living room talking to myself about .hack lore. It's because of that I never forgot anything that happened in the anime or games.
Nehemiah, when did you get diagnosed with autism?
In 2016.
Oh my god!
This does sound like lonely person behavior. You did mention not having many friends. Was this your way of coping with your inability to connect with your peers?
Oh no, I did other things to get around that.
Like what?
Well, when I was in angel school...
You went to angel school?
Angels are raised similar to humans now to help them establish a cultural connection. Even though God created me, I had guardians who served as my parents.
Oh, okay, cool. Continue.
Anyway, back in angel school, I didn't like going outside for recess. I would just spend it swinging on the swings and talking to myself, which got boring. So I deliberately skipped doing my homework to stay inside. It worked great for a while until they threatened to tell my parents. Then I had to go back outside.
Wow, you were even more pathetic as a child than I had imagined.
We're getting off topic. Let's go over ways you can talk to yourself. I talk to myself in first person, but you can talk in second or third person if you want. You can try it and see which one feels more comfortable. Distancing yourself through third person can help with anxiety, for example. The important thing to remember is that you need to be nice to yourself. You can be critical, but make sure it's constructive. Ask yourself, would I say this to a close friend? If not, why would you say that to yourself? Keep it positive when you can, and try to catch yourself when you're going too far into negative. A common technique you see with streamers is thinking out loud. They say what they're going to do and why they're going to do it. This is good in general for focusing. It's easy to get distracted with everything going on around you. Even if you had something in mind, you could get lost in your thoughts, so talking out loud can help with keeping the path ahead clear. By breaking down steps and explaining your logic, you're working through a cognitive process through a different perspective. I'm sure we've all had a thought in our heads that sounded really cool, but when we said it out loud, we realized it was really dumb. It happens. And when in doubt, practice. People say practice, practice, practice because it does work. Consistency becomes a habit, and good habits are worth keeping. No one knows you better than yourself, so take advantage of that. You could be your best friend or your worst enemy. Paying attention to your own words could very well lead to understanding yourself in ways you weren't aware of before. Let that interconnection grow and flourish to build a better you.
You are right about one thing. No one will ever know you better than yourself. And in turn, you will never truly know them. Only what they choose to share with you.
You're still here? Well, even if you don't know everything about a person, you can get along with them fine regardless. All the more reason why you should learn about yourself as much as you can.
Even if you hate yourself.
I did say you should keep it positive. Being all negative, like calling yourself an idiot, simply isn't productive. Why call yourself that?
Because it is true. If you are aware you are a fool, a failure, a complete nobody, you are merely being honest with yourself. Are you not supposed to acknowledge such problems? Or are you meant to play ignorant and keep hyping yourself up? Licking your own wounds like the sad, abandoned dog that you are.
Yeah, you should acknowledge your flaws, but that's the benefit of talking to yourself in a positive frame. You can ask yourself, why do I feel like this? Is there anything I can do about it? How can I improve? Going through it logically is better than sitting around in self-loathing all day, and by being positive, you can encourage yourself to succeed.
Fair enough. It is delusional to think you can change so easily, but I will accept logic over ignorance any day.
So I've noticed, you're a smart guy, Mooin.
Whatever.
Anyway, that's it for today. Whether you talk to yourself or other people, always remember to be kind. See you next time! Thank you for watching the video. If you liked it, please subscribe.